Hello and welcome everyone to my preview of the Best Super Juniors 27th edition as the 2020 edition of the Best Super Juniors, if you will. As before we can get to the preview, I just want to clarify because I wasn't really up in the air and I completely forgot because I tried to block this out of my mind anything that involves the World Tag League, but they actually are doing the World Tag League. What a waste of fucking time as I think there's about 8 teams, but really like 4 of them are actual tag teams as always. You got God, Yano, Nishi, Sonata, Shingo, Zack Sabre Jr., and Taichi. And then really a thing that might be like the most intriguing thing about it is Greater Khan's in it, but he's got a mystery partner, which I'm sure obviously it's going to be a part of, the Ospreys little gimmick as, yeah, it's, what a joke. What a joke. So what they're doing is they're going to split time and do it like tandem with the Best Super Juniors here as the 27th Best Super Juniors for the first time since 1995. It's only one block. As already, you gotta just clear the air and say, will it be as great as last year's Best Super Juniors? Absolutely not. It's gonna be tandem with the World Tag League. It's the one block. It is what it is. It's the COVID era. It's the COVID-ridden fucking Best Super Juniors. It's tough out here. As for the first block, the only block rather, I don't even know why it's the first block. The only block, as it goes as follows: Robbie Eagles, Sho, Taiji Shimori, Hiromu Takahashi, Ryusuke Taguchi, Bushi, El Desperado, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Doki, and Master Wato. For the first time, Best Super Juniors for Master Wato making his Best Super Juniors debut, and El Desperado's making his return as he missed last year's one, but he's back here for this one. As for the fun matchups, obviously night one, starting right out of the gate with Hiromu Takahashi versus Taiji Shimori. That is a big time matchup. To start that off, the Best Super Juniors tournament, that's a great way to start it off. It's the biggest match you could do, as we'll start off with a bang. As there's a lot of great Korakuen Hall matches that are going to be awesome. Show Robbie Eagles. That's a match I'm looking forward to seeing. Hiromu Takahashi and Robbie Eagles. That should be a lot of fun. Hell, even Ryusuke Taguchi and Taiji Shimori is going to be at Korakuen Hall. That could be a lot of fun. If Taguchi brings his Best Super Juniors working pants on, that's going to be a hell of a match. As Sho and Hiromu is going to be on the December 2nd show, which that's going to be probably the second best match. That could even be the best match. I could even somehow top Hiromu Takahashi and Taiji Shimori. But obviously Hiromu, this Best Super Junior, this lies a lot on him. It lies a lot on the champion, Taiji Shimori. It's tough because you have guys like Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Doki has kind of somewhat gained ground, but El Desperado had a hell of a New Japan Cup showing against Ishii. We'll see what he does here. Bushi will never be taken seriously as much as I love him, but they'll never give him a shot. Master Wada's going to be interesting. It's his first Best Super Juniors debut. Him and Hiromu will be kind of fun if they let him do some shit. I'm assuming they won't. They'll probably be pretty quick. Against the top guys should be really good to see how he does against really his only really besides because he's taking on Kanemaru, he's taking on fucking Doki. I think he's taking on Desperado. I can't even remember, but it really hasn't taken on like actual like talent level like will work at Super Junior style with him. That he's just taking on a lot of heels of Suzuki Gun. So now he'll be actually take some time and see what he can do against some actual Best Super Junior talents. Obviously, it's gonna be great because he's taking on like guys like Hiromu and Ishimori and even Ryusuke Taguchi, Sho, Robbie Eagles, some great fucking Super Juniors. So he'll be fine. And then the last kind of match, and it's the last night on the block, Taiji Shimori versus Sho. That could be big time. That could be a big time matchup. That could have Sho beat him, and kind of because really they could do a lot of different ways about this. Let's just waste no time about it. Who's gonna win this whole goddamn thing? There's a lot of people on this list. It's really a great choice. There's really no bad choices at all. Hiromu makes sense. It'd be a second time. Him and Ishimori, they could do that again in the finals too. You can have Sho win the whole goddamn thing. Like you can have it be Hiromu Sho, and Sho beats Ishimori to kind of, Sho only loses to like Hiromu, and then they do the rematch in the finals, something like that. You can make a fucking star out of Sho right there, out of this kind of, the shortened, small, somehow they can make somebody and elevate somebody like Sho into winning the whole goddamn thing. That could be a lot of fun. Taiji Shimori would be actually really smart. He hasn't won it yet. You could have him, lose to Hiromu that night one, have him lose to Show night 2, or the last night. So he loses the first night and he loses the last night, but everywhere in between, he wins. And he could either be the second guy, it could be him and Hiromu again, like Hiromu only loses to like one guy, maybe like Show, someone like that, or even Taguchi, someone like that. And then you have, that be the finals. And that time, though, Ishimori gets the win. About to say Ishii has. That'd be, he could be the champion to win it, and that'd be a lot of fun. And then you just do it for the 4th time of this year. Kind of crazy to think about, but have him and have Hiromu Takahashi and Taiji Shimori. That'd be a match on night 1. Then night 2, if you could have it, if you can bring him in, Ryu Lee Hiromu for night 2 for the junior heavyweight title. That could be, that's best case scenario, though. That's a lot of, things that are going to happen. I don't think Ryu Lee can even make it to the border, but who knows? Maybe he can. As, that's just, again, best case scenario. As another fun guy, Robbie Eagles, if he just won it. That'd be another fun little thing, but definitely the top 3, for sure. It's no question. It's Hiromu, Taiji Shimori, and Sho. That's the 3. As, there's going to be some great matches lined up. Again, it's not going to be compared to years past of the best Super Juniors, but it should still be, like, a lot of fun just to skip the Fuck It All the World Tag League matches and just watch that stuff. As, it's interesting, though. It's, it's kind of crazy, because I'm thinking about this now. Before you know it, towards, this is, like, it. This is the last kind of things of New Japan before it's Wrestle Kingdom, and then it will start the Marvelous Retrospective, the 3rd ever, or not the Marvelous Retrospective, Jesus, the Marvelous Awards. By God, it's crazy. I've done this now for 3 years, and again, this is just a year that has flown by, a year that has been like anything other we've seen, and it's been a fucking flown by, just nuts, and it's definitely gonna be, hopefully we'll never have something like this again happen, but it's crazy, you take it for granted sometimes when you think of, like, a lot of that, the schedule that's just been around for years and years and years, and it had to be shaken up. It was brought down to its fucking knees thanks to the old coronavirus, but, and there's been a lot of tragedy too. I mean, we'll talk about that more kind of once we get there too. And just don't want to say what I was going to say for the Marvelous Awards video, the 2020 Marvelous Awards. As thank you all for watching, though, and thank you all for listening, rather, as this is just, my little preview. There's nothing really to talk about, because there's only so much you can do. It's only, like, the 1 round, there's only going to be, like, 8-9 shows of that. It's very small, very dense, but, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this. At least we're getting it, and we have also, too, the Super J-Cup that's happening in America. That's going to be a lot of fun to catch up with. A lot of different stuff, as I'm sure. So we're not going to do the review after every show thing, because I just won't be home for some of them, so it's going to be, like, there'll be times where I just won't be home when there's, like, night 1, night 2. I think I'll be back for night 3 when I get home, but then it's a whole thing. But, who knows, though? I'm sure, like what I did with the G1, I'll have, like, a catch-up review into the finals, preview, like I did with the G1 this year's. But who knows? I haven't really decided yet. That's entirely a game-time decision. But all in all, there's still going to be some matches. Will they be Match of the Year candidates? Who knows? I mean, Ishimori and Hiromu have definitely done that. I think Hiromu and Sho could do that. They have the talent to do it. I think even Ishimori and Sho have the ability to do that. And even something like Sho and Robbie Eagles could surprise someone. There's some talent there. It's just, there's a lot of not so talented guys. And there's just guys who are they work their style. Some, will be able to do, I think, have a great showing. I think El Desperado, someone that could. Master Wato, again, to see what he does with his development, is going to be a lot of fun to watch. But, it could be worse. We could not have a Best Super Junior at the same time. So you try to stay optimistic. You try to stay positive. Because, I mean, we'll talk about the state of New Japan once that Marvelous Awards happens. But it's I got a lot of things to say. Got a lot of things to get off my chest. That's for sure. But thank you all, everyone, again. As we will talk to you guys when that happens. Take care, everyone.